Before we get into the video, if you guys do decide you want to vote on this poll, which I do believe you should do, especially if you're going to be voting yes, because that supports my cause, you can go to any bank in RuneScape and go over to the poll booth right here, and so long as you are a current member, you can vote on any of these, I do believe. So if you go and hit this vote button right here, it'll give you the questions. Obviously, you can view, I don't know why they do this actually, but you can actually view what everything's standing at beforehand. But if you want to, you can go in and vote here. And yeah, so it's really quite simple to do, and I do believe people should be doing this more often than I think it's given credit for. Hey guys, how's it going? We are back and welcome to a little bit of an off video. It is pertaining to free-to-play though, which I suppose is what my channel is most known for at this point, so I figured I should make a video on it. And as I am currently leveling up my new free-to-play account, I say new, it's been out for over a month now. If you guys want to check out the playlist, I'll link that right on the screen right now. As I am currently playing free-to-play, I'm a bit more interested in this than I usually would be, but they're actually in the dev blog for this week, or month, whatever, I don't even know how often they do them anymore. Content poll 54 was revealed, and there is an entire section, actually quite a lengthy section, right here called Improvements to Free-to-Play. I'm just going to run through the questions and kind of give a little bit of a thought on them. I actually don't have much thought on any of these except this one right here and then the Castle Wars stuff. So should Zamorak robes top and bottom be added to the drop table for Monks of Zamorak? I don't really care personally. I don't really think that diminishes the game if free-to-play players can have Zamorak robes. I mean, they look cool, so I guess that's good for free-to-play. I don't know why anybody would vote no on that. Question: after completing an imp catcher, should Wizard Mizgog, I always pronounce that wrong, offer an amulet of accuracy in exchange for a set of magic beads, not including the blue bead, which I find odd. Currently, the only method of reobtaining them is via trade. Yes, 100%. If you don't vote no on this, I have a personal problem with you, because as an Iron Man, it is damn near impossible. Actually, I think it might actually be impossible if you lose your amulet of accuracy to regain it, since you can't do, trading. And you can't get it back from Wizard Mizgog, as far as I'm aware. So definitely vote yes on that question, and these are the Castle Wars ones. Should Castle Wars be made available to free-to-play players? A teleport will be added to Clan Wars, and all exits to the members-only areas would be sealed. And then question, if Castle Wars is added to free-to-play, should Halos be made available to free-to-play players in exchange for Castle Wars tickets? I'll put on the screen right now what the Halos look like. Personally, I mean, they look cool, but I don't know if players are going to be kind of protective of these items. It's certainly something that a free-to-play player would strive for, because we don't have many endgame goals, and that would probably be one of them along there with Obor. So I can see maybe a few players not really liking that one that much, but as somebody who quite often frequents the free-to-play worlds, I think it'd be a little bit cool to get some more endgame content in there. And overall, should Castle Wars be made available to free-to-play players? This is reflected in the poll, and I am very glad for it. I definitely think it should. There really are no decent minigames for the free-to-play players to play, and if you're trying to entice players to get into membership, or even just to continue playing the game as free-to-play players, this is great for increasing the longevity of the free-to-play world. There's not a whole lot after you finish all of the quests. Obviously, you have Obor and a couple other high-level things, but Castle Wars will greatly expand the lifespan of free-to-play, so I would definitely say yes on that one. Of course, you are able to draw your own conclusions, and if you do believe something else, leave it in the comments down below so I can hear it myself. Maybe you'll change my mind, who knows. I have been known to flip-flop every now and then, but then the other stuff down here we don't really care about because it's not free-to-play. So if we do look in the poll booth, it looks like the free-to-play updates are doing pretty well in terms of the percentages. Should the Zamorak robes be added? 93% approval. After completing Imp Catcher, should Wizard Mizgog give the Amulet of Accuracy back? Only 91. This should be 100. It's ridiculous that you can't actually do that. Should Castle Wars be made available to free-to-play players? Of course, this one is a little closer, currently sitting at 81%, but yeah, it's looking likely to pass, and guys, really, it's still close enough that it could be swayed. There's only been 475 people who voted on this, so if you are able to vote and you value the free-to-play game, go vote yes on this. This will be great for free-to-play. And then down here, it looks like, I do believe you need a 75% to pass any of these. And this one is currently only sitting at 57%, which I do believe is probably a little bit reasonable. It is something that members cherish a little bit, from my understanding at least. I'm not super familiar with Castle Wars or that scene, so I may be completely speaking out my ass here, but who knows. Only has 57% approval, so unlikely to pass, especially since 1,000 players have voted on it. But yeah, I'm not partial either way to that. I think just having Castle Wars should be a goal now, and that would be great for the game on its own. We don't need the Halos. But I do believe what they're going for is something like with the Ring of Dueling. Obviously, it would not be a Ring of Dueling itself, but it would be a teleport you could access, infinitely, I'd imagine. Kind of like a infinite use of the Lumbridge home teleport, except it would be for Castle Wars. Basically what I'd imagine it would be the same effect as when you do rub the Ring of Dueling. It would just teleport you and take you right into the Castle Wars arena. And then I'd imagine this door would probably be closed or something like that, so you couldn't actually get into the members world, but that would be it. It would just be this room, and then obviously you can go into any of the 3 portals and just continue doing Castle Wars. Again, I know I've said this a couple times now, I really don't see a reason why this shouldn't be in the game. This would be fantastic for adding free-to-play players and keeping them in the game. Personally, I would actually probably play this quite a bit just because it would be a fun little minigame and we'd be able to get the clan chat together and do some events. But enough waffling. I think I have covered what I wanted to come here and say, just talking about what Castle Wars would do for the game and kind of explaining the mechanics of it. Basically, this door would be closed and you wouldn't be able to go into the members world, I should say. But other than that, it would be pretty much exactly the same, I'd imagine, obviously with free-to-play weapons, which I think would be really cool to see because it's not quite as insane, not quite as heck. You can kind of, take your time a little bit more and just be a little more chill, as most of the stuff in the free-to-play worlds are. But there would also be some different tactics in there for the free-to-play world, of course. But yeah, I think that is about it, just as I'm coming in here. The next game is about to start. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like on it. If you do have some differing opinions, or if you agree with my opinions, make sure to leave those down in the comments below. If you're new to the channel and maybe you want to see some free-to-play content, make sure to subscribe. I've got videos coming out every Monday entitled The Free-to-Play Journey, in which I'm kind of progressing through the free-to-play game right now, and I'm really enjoying that. But with that said, guys, I do hope you enjoy the rest of your days. Make sure to go vote. This will be really good for the free-to-play world. I genuinely believe that. And yeah, I'll see you later.